Let Lindstrom take great care of you. Yeah, I love those guys.
Botswana, Namibia, South Africa. These aren't just places on a map. They're where your diamond's journey begins. And at J.R. Dunn, we believe you deserve to know that story. With our single-source natural diamonds, you can choose the country your diamond comes from. And you see every step, from what it looked like in its raw form from Mother Earth to cutter to her hand. Fully traceable, blockchain-backed, unparalleled transparency. And here's what makes it matter even more. These diamonds do more than just sparkle. They support schools, jobs, clean water. They honor the communities they come from. This isn't just how we do diamonds, it's how we've done business since 1969. With purpose, with pride, and with people at the heart of it all. Single source natural diamonds. One origin, one promise, only at J.R. Dunn Jewelers.
J.R. Dunn.
Family owned and operated since 1969.
Get your revenge body by summer with Future Health.
Future Health Weight Loss.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WINCA Miami, WMIB FM HD2 Fort Lauderdale. Free never sounded so good.
1-0 pitch. Stowers cracks that one out to center and deep. Siri is back. He looks up and it's gone. The Marlins waste no time. Kyle Stowers with a 2-run shot, and they take a 2-0 lead in the first.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck.
2-1. That kicks away from Rodriguez. Hill breaks for the plate. There will be no throw. And on a wild pitch, the Marlins walk it off again. 4-2. Conine lifts out to left field. Tommy Pham working back to the warning track. So is Sawinski. They look up and it's gone. Griffin Conine to left center. And we're tied at 2 in the 7th.
Marlins on deck. Brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strong.
All right, nice job, Carlos. Welcome from Citizens Bank Park on a Sunday afternoon in South Philly. 67 degrees, yet another overcast day in the city of brotherly love. Happy Easter, everyone. You're listening to Miami Marlins baseball on the radio, Fox Sports 940 Miami. Game 20 of 162. And this afternoon, Miami will look to stop the bleeding after dropping their 5th in a row yesterday. The Marlins did plate 6 in the 9th inning to pull within 1, but fell 11-10 to the Philadelphia Phillies. This afternoon, we bring you Game 3 series finale between the 13-8 Philadelphia Phillies and your 8-12 Miami Marlins. It'll be Connor Gillespie who takes the ball for the 5th time this afternoon. He's looking for a revival. The Marlins will see an old friend this afternoon in Jesus Luzardo, who spent 4 seasons with the Marlins. He will face his childhood team for the first time in his career. It all starts at 1:35 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. What's going on, everyone? Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Sunday afternoon with Jack McMullen and Kelly Sacco. I'm Steven Strom. We've got a little bit of a somber show for you today. We'll hear from Griffin Conine. He did speak this morning. We also will have some sound with Jack and Ronnie Simon. He was recalled, or actually called up. He's going to make his major league debut at some point over the next couple of days. We'll get you at the count with Gillespie and Luzardo, plus some roster moves. Jack and Kelly will join me for some banter, also some weekend observations, our Expo question of the day at Marlins Radio, and Steve's guarantee to victory. So we'll start here with Griffin Conine, and I think every organization craves to have a player that represents their city, leads by example through their work, stays humble, and captures a fan base through not only their numbers, but by their style of play. Griffin Conine, he plays one speed and he plays one way. And through all the hoopla of having that last name that carries so much weight down in South Florida, Griffin patiently waited for this opportunity to play on this team in the big leagues for his childhood team. He got his moment last year, August 25th, and in a 100-loss season with a ton of dark moments, Conine came up and reminded us of how the game is supposed to be played with passion and power. Griff earned the job over the spring this season, and through 20 games, he led the Marlins in doubles. He was third in hits. He also led all qualified Marlins hitters in both slugging percentage and OPS, all while electrifying the defense with one of the best catches in Lone Depot Park history, robbing Jack Sawinski in the couple of days into the season of a home run that would have given the Pirates a 4-3 lead late in the 8th inning. That all led up to yesterday afternoon when Griff hit a double in the gap in the 6th, and he slid into second base, and he hurt his shoulder. Immediately, you saw Griff writhe in pain. He was removed from the game immediately, and yesterday night, the Marlins announced it's a dislocated left shoulder, and they will place him on the 60-day IL. Here was Griff this morning speaking in front of the media.
Griff, how are you doing physically? How are you feeling today after the difficult situation yesterday?
Yeah, I think doing as well as I could be, given the circumstances. Heard from tons of people, just reaching out, support, teammates. That obviously feels good and helps. But yeah, we're just waiting MRI tomorrow. So sights are set on that. See what we're dealing with fully, and can go from there.
We can probably answer this question, but how difficult is this for you?
Yeah, it sucks. It's I've never had a really missed time on the field. I've been really lucky. So it'll be a first for me. But an opportunity to crush a rehab, whatever it may be, and beat whatever they say will take me to get back on the field. So that's what I plan to do.
You play the game hard. That's your style, right? You don't have regrets, do you, about the way you went about it? It's the way you play baseball.
Yeah, I think that's one where you could say, like, hindsight, like, yeah, I probably didn't need to slide there, but always going to do that. I've slid 100,000 times in my career and never happened. So just one of those things. I think everything happens for a reason. So, like, I'm going to use this time to bulletproof everything I can and make sure it won't happen again.
All right, so that was Griffin Conine earlier this morning. Again, he was placed on the 60-day IL, a dislocated left shoulder for Griffin Conine. The roster moves made this morning. Cade Gibson selected from AAA Jacksonville. Ronnie Simon selected from AAA Jacksonville. Griffin Conine, again, placed on the 60-day IL with a left shoulder dislocation. And Patrick Monteverde, who made his debut yesterday, was designated for assignment. Well, one of the roster moves, Ronnie Simon, joined Jack McMullen. We'll get that coming up next as we get you ready for a 1:35 first pitch series finale from the city of brotherly love right here on the Marlins Radio Network.
Turner. He hits high in the air, shallow right field. Stowers sprinting in. Kyle Stowers slides, and Stowers makes the catch. Nice grab by Kyle Stowers. He had to go a long way to track down that peeling fly ball. He kind of flopped down to make the grab. There's one man out.
Clayton McCullough said it the other day. He said, I love watching Griffin play baseball.
Liam Hicks sprays one out to shallow left field. Schwarber coming on. Schwarber won't get to it. And you got Norby around third. He's heading home to throw up the first base line. It's an RBI single for Liam Hicks. And now it's 9-3 in the 6th. Game 3 of this 3-game weekend set in Philly is tomorrow. That pitch to Dane Myers is crushed. Out to left and deep. That thing is gone. How about Dane Myers? Dane Myers, a first pitch ambush. And it's 11-7 in the top of the 9th for Myers, his first homer of the year. Next pitch. Pauly, that's a line drive. That's a fair ball. Down the right field line. Norby in to score. Pauly going to replace him at second base. Graham Pauly with an RBI double. And it's 11-8 in the top of the 9th. Payoff pitch. That one hit in the air out to right. Max Kepler going back. Track. Wall. It's gone. Liam Hicks, his first career homer, makes it a 1-run game. A 2-run shot, 6 in the 9th, and the Marlins have made this way, way more interesting.
Sports Network, Marlins games, announcers, and more Marlins games. Did I mention the Marlins? Stream now.
Happy Easter, everyone. Welcome in here to Marlins on Deck, live from Citizens Bank Park. Steven Strom, Kelly Sacco, and Jack McMullen. Series finale, little grab and go. 3 days in Philadelphia. The Marlins will be right back at it tomorrow. A 3-game set with the Cincinnati Reds, and then they'll head off to the West Coast to face the Seattle Mariners and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Connor Gillespie goes opposite old friend Jesus Luzardo, and we talked about Griffin Conine off to the 60-day IL with a left shoulder dislocation. One of the individuals that was selected, Ronnie Simon. And Ronnie Simon's an interesting guy, 25-year-old switch hitter in AAA this year, hit .354. Again, just in a couple of games, 1 home run, 9 RBIs, and .962 OPS. This was a guy that the Marlins signed back on November 17th to a minor league deal. Interestingly enough, he did win the Dominican League MVP in 2023 and 24 in 45 games in the Dominican League. 323, 5 home runs, 21 RBIs. So he's proven it at the AAA level, also went to the Dominican League as well. Our very own Jack McMullen caught up with him earlier this morning in the clubhouse.
Thank you, Steven. Ronnie Simon, you're a big leaguer. 3 days after you turned 25 years old, does it feel a little bit like a birthday present?
Yeah, it's really amazing. That present is gonna be really amazing for me, for my birthday and everything. Just I don't feel like that one, but right now that's a true coming for me. That's amazing.
What does it mean to you and your family to get this big league call up?
Oh, Allah. That's a lot. Every glory is gonna be for the Lord and everything. But it's significant for Allah for us. We're working every time we sign later. And from the Dominican, when you sign in the 17 or 16 years old, and I'm signing 18 years old. Yeah, I'm old and older. So right now, it's dreams coming true on me right now. It's Allah for my family, my Allah for everybody. Just my Dominican, my country, and La Romana is amazing. Everybody wanna be a lot of emotions, sanctioning, and everything just out there. Just it's incredible.
Ronnie, you've been playing so well in Jacksonville. What's gotten you off to this great start?
I don't thinking too much. Just I'm trying to help them, help the team, and do something just over there. But growing up, improve everything. Just when I going down to the spin training in Clayton, he told me just go there to working about you. Draw glove, you deep and everything, just working in a strike zone and everything. Just I'll be there just working hard for like that one. He told me just the details and I'm doing.
Got you, Ronnie. Last one for you. What can Marlins fans expect from you? What are they getting in Ronnie Simon, the player?
I think he's gonna expect in the energy guy. Just I want to try to help the team. I try to do the little details. Have fun, doesn't matter, and always I'm try to smile. That was my personality for us, and just I'll keep going. Like that'll be all for me.
I'm sure you got a big smile on your face now. Ronnie Simon, congratulations, best of luck.
Thank you so much.
All right.
What a nice spot right there with Jack McMullen and Ronnie Simon. You could tell how fired up he is to be up here. Totally grateful. And interesting, right? I mean, you talk about when you are signed to Dominican Republic. I mean, they're signing 14, 15, 16 years old. Ronnie Simon was not signed until 18 years old. He's put up awesome numbers throughout the minor leagues. In AAA this year in Jacksonville, 354, a home run, 9 RBIs, a 962 OPS. He is not in the starting lineup, but available off the bench if the Marlins need. Let's break. We got a great matchup on the mound. We'll see Jesus Luzardo, the old friend from Miami who was traded in the offseason. He's off to an awesome start. He'll go opposite Connor Gillespie, who's looking to find his footing right here on the Marlins Radio Network.
Can you give us a timeline on Yuri and Ryan Weathers?
Actually, Yuri threw 3. He had 3 up, 45 pitch, live BP today. Looked great. Next up for him will be 4 up. Live batting practice, like 60 pitches, and once he gets through that 460, we'll look to next steps being getting out in some type of a rehab assignment to get back into competition. But he's training very well, looks strong, checking all the boxes he needs to. And then with Weathers, he got off the mound the other day, threw all of his pitches. Next one for him will be getting off a couple ups and a bullpen type, build up a little bit of endurance there. And then once he gets through that, we'll just kind of reevaluate how he's bouncing back and feeling and look for next steps. But the arrow's pointing up with both of them right now, and we'll just let their bodies let us know, how we continue to push that forward.
0-2 pitch to Mervis. That one is golfed out to right and deep. Carroll is back. Look at the birthday boy off the facing of the second deck. Matt Mervis is 6th homer of the year, and we're tied at 1.
And Pavin Smith ends up hitting it out because it was in the strike zone.
1-0 pitch. Wagaman puts a charge into that down the right field line. Carroll on his horse. He won't get to it, and that one hops off the wall. Edwards into score, Norby into third base, and Eric Wagaman has an RBI double. It's 2-1 in the bottom of the first. Striking out a lot of guys right now. He's got 7 punch-outs so far. 1-2. Brantley lines that one into left center field. That's in for a base hit. Gurriel dove to his forehand to stop it from rolling all the way to the wall. And how about Rob?
Oh, I'm ready!
Get ready for the workday.
Hey, this is Derek Hill, and you're listening to Marlins On Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
Well, I don't want to be histrionic again about the weather, but it is a little bit. It is 68 degrees here at Citizens Bank Park, but there is some wind blowing in here. Kelly, Jack, and I, we all have our jackets on. Welcome to Marlins On Deck, Game 3 series finale here in Philadelphia. It'll be Connor Gillespie who goes opposite Jesus Luzardo. The Marlins are trying to snap a 5-game skid here in Philadelphia. Let's get you ahead of the count. We'll start with Gillespie, 27-year-old right-hander from VCU. He'll make his 5th start of 2025. His ERA ballooned in his last start against the Arizona Diamondbacks. He gave up 8 runs over 5 innings pitched. The big blow was Corbin Carroll's big grand slam, so he comes into today's contest 0-2, a 6.63 ERA over 19 innings pitched. His last road start was in New York against the Mets. He allowed 2 runs on 3 hits over 4 innings pitched. Going to be a tough test again against a pretty scintillating Philadelphia Phillies lineup. Jesus Luzardo, the old friend who was traded on December 23rd to Philadelphia, spent 4 seasons with the Miami Marlins. His career in Miami, a 21-28 record, a 4.15 ERA in 74 starts with the Marlins. So far, so good for Jesus in Philadelphia. 2-0, a 2.31 ERA over 4 starts, 23 1/3 innings pitched. His last start was on Tuesday against the San Francisco Giants. He went 5 1/3, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, punched out 4 and 2 walks. Some of his splits here at home at Citizens Bank Park, he's made 2 starts. Hitters are hitting just 165 against him, no home runs. And against right-handers, which is the big issue with Luzardo, at least across his career, righties are hitting just 222, lefties 191. So the Marlins are going to have their hands full against Luzardo. We're hoping Connor Gillespie gives the Fish a good start. That's been the issue as of late with the Marlins starters, Sandy, Cal Quantrill, Edward Cabrera. They have not been great as far as earned runs at innings are concerned. Hopefully Clayton McCulley can get Connor Gillespie to give these guys a good start, and the Marlins offense can get going early on. We'll break here. We'll get Kelly Sacco and Jack McMullen on next. We got a ton to discuss on the Marlins Radio Network.
Can you give us a timeline on Yuri and Ryan Weathers?
Actually, Yuri threw 3. He had 3 up, 45 pitch, live BP today. Looked great. Next up for him will be 4 up, live batting practice, like 60 pitches. And I think, once he gets through that 460, we'll look to, next steps being getting out into some type of a rehab assignment to get back into competition. But he's training very well, looks strong, checking all the boxes he needs to. And then with Weathers, he got off the mound the other day, threw all of his pitches. The next one for him will be getting off a couple ups and a bullpen type, build up a little bit of endurance there. And then once he gets through that, we'll just kind of reevaluate how he's bouncing back and feeling and look for next steps. But the arrow's pointing up with both of them right now, and we'll just let their bodies let us know, how we continue to push that forward.
0-2 pitch to Mervis. That one is golfed out to right and deep. Carroll is back. Look at the birthday boy off the facing of the second deck. Matt Mervis is 6th homer of the year, and we're tied at 1.
And Pavin Smith ends up hitting it out because it was in the strike zone.
1-0 pitch. Wagaman puts a charge into that. Down the right field line. Carroll on his horse. He won't get to it. And that one hops off the wall. Edwards into a score. Norby into third base. And Eric Wagaman has an RBI double. It's 2-1 at the bottom of the first. Striking out a lot of guys right now. He's got 7 punch-outs so far. 1-2. Brantley lines that one into left center field. That's in for a base hit. Gurriel dove to his forehand to stop it from rolling all the way to the wall. And how about Rob Brantley? A multi-hit day for the 35-year-old catcher. 2 men out. And the 0-1 pitch to the Marlins.
With Griff, it's unfortunate that happened. That's what this guy does. He just plays, he only knows one way to play, and the toughness he brings, there's a lot of grit there. You know what you're going to get every single day, kind of that blue-collar workman type approach that he brings, and as many others in that clubhouse do as well. So
Never had a really missed time on the field. I've been really lucky. An opportunity to crush a rehab, whatever it may be, and eat whatever they say will take me to get back on the field. So that's what I plan to do.
All right, that was as Jack, your microphone up. That was Griffin Conine. Earlier this morning, Griffin Conine placed on the 60-day IL. Guys, I don't know how else to put it. It feels very somber in the clubhouse. It feels very somber up here. I know Griffin was one of the guys that, you knew was going to show up every single day. The work ethic, the energy was always there. Just what I'll start with Kelly. What are the Marlins going to miss, the most without having Griffin here for the next 60 days at least?
They're going to miss a ball player. They're going to miss a guy who played the game of baseball the right way, every single day. And he slid in hard. I mean, that's a guy who's going to go 110% every single day. And we were only 3 weeks into the season, and he's already got, at least 3 catches that could be some of the best catches on the season.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. He's a ball player. He plays the game hard. He plays the game the right way, and he's a great teammate too. So just all around, a huge loss for the Marlins.
Yep. Jack? Yeah, I mean, it's just tough. It was a gut punch yesterday, right? I mean, it was one of those where, for the next 2 innings or so, after that injury, we were just sitting here like, okay, what now? And it was good to see Griffin in the clubhouse earlier today, and he's in as good a spirits as you could possibly be. Yep. But they're missing one of their best players so far this year. I mean, this guy was hitting the ball really hard. He has the hardest hit baseball in Major League Baseball this year. Right. And he's an immaculate defender, as Kelly mentioned. So, going to be an uphill battle to replace Griffin. But, it's a Band-Aid that you put on this because Griffin's going to come back and be better.
He led the team in doubles. He led the team in OPS and slugging percentage, and third in hits. Okay, so the individual that was called up, Ronnie Simon, his contract was selected from AAA Jacksonville, and I'll read you the rest of the moves in a little bit. But you had a conversation with Ronnie Simon. What can you tell us about Ronnie, Jack?
Well, he doesn't play catcher, and then he didn't add a sweeper this offseason. But aside from that, I think he does literally everything else. He's a switch hitter. He can play second, third. He's played some short in previous years. He plays left. He can play some right as well. This guy can do pretty much everything. It feels like, hey, Ronnie, can you do this? The answer is just going to be yes.
Sure.
So we'll see where he goes. And now you have 2 kind of Swiss Army knives. We've talked about the versatility of Javier Sanoja. Sanoja filled in at first base for an inning. And it's like, okay. But Sanoja, you have a Swiss Army knife. You've got another Swiss Army knife in Ronnie Simon. Now, it's a little bit different of a game where Sanoja is probably faster and a bit more contact-oriented.
Sure.
Simon has a little bit more pop in his bat. And I think that you're going to see a guy that's going to play a really tough, rugged, and loud brand of baseball. I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy watching Ronnie Simon play.
He hit .354 with a home run, 9 RBIs, a .962 OPS with AAA Jacksonville. Kelly, old friend Jesus Luzardo, just what did he mean to the city of Miami in the 4 seasons that he was with the Marlins?
He was a local boy. He was a local boy who was at the 2003 World Series with his father in his Marlins jersey. The kid who was so excited to wear those throwbacks back in 2023, the pinstripes, the old Florida Marlins logo, just the logo. And it's funny that when I was doing my research, I was just searching on Twitter to see if I could find any X, whatever we're calling it these days, to see if I could find any just cool stats on it. And a picture that I had posted, I keep looking up here because you're up here.
Yeah, you're good.
You're right in front of me. Some cool stats looking for some cool sets. I saw a picture that I posted, which was his jersey and that Florida Marlins jersey. And I'm like, the hometown kid and someone who really cared about the community.
Won't cheer for him today, but we will cheer for him for the rest of the season. I want to do weekend observations really quickly, guys. Mine is Liam Hicks. You know, when Nick Fortes went out, there was a lot of questions what it was going to look like. Liam Hicks, this is the first time he's been up in the big leagues. He's hitting .306 through 13 games, 2 doubles, and hit his first home run yesterday. Very impressed with Liam Hicks.
Yeah. Do I have to pick a player or no?
You could do whatever. It's your observation. You could say you like this stadium. I don't care.
It is a good stadium. Happy birthday, Philly fanatic. But no, I think my observation is the unwillingness to quit from this Marlins team, and we saw that yesterday. They made a game that could have been very uninteresting, very interesting at the end.
Eric Wagaman is the guy who stands out for me, and it dates back to Steven likes that one. That's his guy. That dates back to the homestand, but he has just really found his groove, and that's nice to see.
Agreed. Eric Wagaman in the lineup. Liam Hicks not in the lineup. Rob Brantley going to get the start here this afternoon. Very good, Kelly and Jack. We'll have your call at 1:35. Expo question. Steve's guarantee. It's all next right here on the Marlins Radio Network.
Turner. He hits high in the air, shallow right field. Stowers sprinting in. Kyle Stowers slides, and Stowers makes the catch. Nice grab by Kyle Stowers. He had to go a long way to track down that peeling fly ball. He kind of flopped down to make the grab. There's one man out.
Clayton McCullough said it the other day. He said, I love watching Griffin play baseball.
Liam Hicks sprays one out to shallow left field. Schwarber coming on. Schwarber won't get to it. And you got Norby around third. He's heading home to throw up the first base line. It's an RBI single for Liam Hicks. And now it's 9-3 in the sixth. Game 3 of this 3-game weekend set in Philly is tomorrow. That pitch to Dane Myers is crushed. Out to left and deep. That thing is gone. How about Dane Myers? Dane Myers, a first pitch ambush. And it's 11-7 in the top of the ninth for Myers, his first homer of the year. Next pitch. Pauly, that's a line drive. That's a fair ball. Down the right field line. Norby in to score. Pauly going to replace him at second base. Graham Pauly with an RBI double. And it's 11-8 in the top of the ninth. Payoff pitch. That one hit in the air out to right. Max Kepler going back. Track. Wall. It's gone. Liam Hicks. His first career homer makes it a 1-run game. A 2-run shot, 6 in the ninth. To win 50% of the net proceeds, with the rest supporting the foundation's wellness, empowerment, and youth baseball and softball programs. Do not miss your chance to win while also giving back. Visit marlins.com/raffle for more information.
All right, here we go. 9 minutes away from first pitch live from Citizens Bank Park, 68 degrees. The sun is actually starting to come out. It should be a beautiful day for baseball. Happy Easter to all that celebrate. Stephen Strom, Jack McMullen, and Kelly Sacco. Connor Gillespie will make his 5th start of the season. He'll go opposite Jesus Luzardo, who's been awesome this season for the Phillies, 2-0, a 2.31 ERA. Our Expo question of today. Well, if you look out in right center field, Jack, you see what is the Liberty Bell. Now, it was not always called that. Our question today, what was the original name of the Liberty Bell? Make sure to vote.
Was it just the bell?
No. Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio, Jack. It's time for Steve's guarantee.
Batter up. Batter up. Let's play some ball. First pitch is moments away. Time now for Steve's guarantees.
I've had enough looking at Otto Lopez and Connor Norby's average the way it is. They're way better than what they've shown. I like them to have 3+ hits combined, 2+ RBIs. They're due. They're going up against a lefty in Jesus Luzardo, a tough lefty, but I like these two to be the big offensive sticks in the lineup here this afternoon. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch, because when we come back, Jack McMullen, he paints the picture. Kelly Sacco, she's ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami. Marlins baseball is next. This is the Marlins Radio Network.